Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and in this video I have something new for you guys. As I said in my previous video that I was participating in 4 Sunrise Cup tournaments together. So this is the tournament which was actually my weighted tournament. So I performed quite well in this tournament. There was a 6-round tournament and I ended up being in 5 and 1. So I have a lot of things to say about that one, but we will come to that later. But first take a look at my team now. So my team consists of Mantine, Vigoroth, Alolan Marowak, Galarian Stunfisk, Ferrothorn and Skarmory. So here I was a bit confused. I was confused that should I take normal Stunfisk, because you see a lot of people are bringing Skarmory and Mantine and also Alolan Marowak. So if you are taking normal Stunfisk, you have a better coverage. But then I thought, let it go. I can take Galarian Stunfisk. So this is a balanced team, and let's get into the battles. Okay, so this first battle is against 69 Tushar 69, and this is a funny round because you'll see that in all of the 3 matches we faced the same lead, Skarmory against Mantine. So as the round progressed, I adapted myself with this particular match, but if you ask me where he did the mistake, he actually could not adapt with this match. So you see here I'm first going for the Sky Attack, and I build up to the energy of Brave Bird, but that's a mistake. My attacks are debuffed, so why would you shield, right? So I should straight go for Brave Bird, but now my attacks are double debuffed, but as I already tapped, so I have to go for the Sky Attack. And then I swapped into my Vigoroth, try to counter them down, but as counters are resisted, they're gonna get to another move, and this is gonna be an Ice Beam, so a harder hitting Ice Beam, and then they swapped into their own Vigoroth. So this is not looking good for us. I have a Body Slam loaded, and they will probably counter me all the way down. They won't throw any charge move, but I get to another Body Slam. This is huge because this is gonna get 1 shield. So they countered me down, but I have my Alolan Marowak to absorb all this energy. Now here you should straight go for Bulldoze if you are on the side of Vigoroth, but they tried to bait me with Body Slam and I didn't shield, so all of that energy is wasted, and now they don't have energy for a Bulldoze, so they have to go for another Body Slam. So this is a mistake. You should straight go for Bulldoze. At least you are gonna get a shield. So I'm straight going for Shadow Ball. It will almost one shot, so they have to shield this. They shielded, and I swapped into my Skarmory, and I have to shield this now because they have Mantine, and I have to take that Mantine out of, with my Skarmory. I cannot land my Alolan Marowak against their Mantine. So they brought their Mantine, and now my attacks are severely debuffed. I was hit by an Icy Wind, and then now this Bubble Beam. So let's see how much this Brave Bird does. But the negative thing is they're gonna hex me all the way down. So still Brave Bird does a decent amount of damage. All I have to do is get to a Shadow Ball. I have 1 shield left, so this is gonna be pretty easy and straightforward. I get to this Shadow Ball, and this will one-shot this Drifblim. So this is the second match, and in this match, as I said, we have again Skarmory versus Mantine. Let's see how we play this time. So now it looks like that they're straight going for Ice Beams. Yes, they're straight going for Ice Beam, and maybe I will straight go for Brave Bird. Yes, I'm going for Brave Bird, but they got the Bubble Beam first, so this Brave Bird won't do that much damage. And after throwing this Brave Bird, I will swap into something else. Yes, I have Ferrothorn this time, so I swapped into my Ferrothorn, and they were so late to the swap. They have a Drifblim, so this Thunder will do a huge amount of damage because of the flying typing, so they have to shield. And now they are doing the Icy Wind maybe. Yes, this is the Icy Wind, and now my attacks are debuffed, so they don't need to shield this Thunder. but they decided to shield this. So I was a bit surprised with this, and now I thought that okay, I can shield and I can preserve my Ferrothron actually, because my switch clock was up and I swapped into my Skarmory. I get to the Sky Attack, and they are holding on to all of their energy. So that's a misplay actually. You should straight go for Icy Wind when I swapped into my Skarmory. Now they are throwing this Bubble Beam. We simultaneously swapped. So looking at their team, I recognize that if the Mantine is out of the picture, then my Alolan Marowak has a favorable match against all of their Pokemon. So I have Alolan Marowak against their Skarmory. As I said, my Alolan Marowak has a favorable match against everyone. So here I cannot shield because I know that the Dribbling has a lot of energy stored. So I let that go through. I overfarmed, and now I'm going for this Shadow Ball. The Shadow Ball will one-shot this Skarmory. And here they made another mistake. They tried to farm me down with Hex because they knew that I have that Ferrothorn in my bag, but they didn't know how much energy I had. So this Shadow Ball will take them out. So good games. So this is the third match, and again we have Skarmory versus Mantine. Let's see how he plays this. My strategy will be the same. I will build up to a lot of energy, and then I will go for the Brave Bird, and then I will swap into something else to clear my debuff. So he is going for Bubble Beam. I personally think that straight going for Ice Beam is a better way to play this match. It's another Bubble Beam, so now my attacks are double debuffed, but I will straight go for the Brave Bird anyways. And then I swapped into Ferrothorn, and this time they were fast to the swap and they have a better response, which is Skarmory. But still it takes only 2 Thunders to take out a full health Skarmory. The first Thunder connected, and they are overfarming a lot. So I'm going for this Power Wave because I thought that they are not gonna let this Skarmory go down with all that energy. And I got a shield. Now if this is a Sky Attack, which it is not gonna be enough because it only hits for neutral. So they have to go for another Sky Attack, and this is fantastic because now I can bring my Alolan Marowak and I can farm them all the way down. Now they are going for a charge move. I have to shield this. And this is the Brave Bird. I don't know how they get so much energy. And they bring their Mantine. I'm going for this Bone Club, but they get to the charge move first. This is bad actually because now my attacks are debuffed, and I thought that they are not gonna shield this, but they did, which is a huge mistake by them. I swapped into my Skarmory, and I'm going for the Sky Attack. I was keep cracking on their energy. They were at 3 bubbles. And in the back there is a Dribbling, so I just have to hit any charge move because I have that Alolan Marowak with a bit of energy and a shield. So as I said, that Alolan Marowak can take out entire team if I can take this away from their Mantine. This is gonna be a Icy Wind, but they have a bit of residual energy. But I'm very close to the Shadow Ball. They're throwing another charge move. This is just gonna be an Icy Wind. And I get to the Shadow Ball, and this will one-shot. So I get a nice 3-0 in the first round. And here I think they closed the game out of frustration. So this is why it is taking so much time to land the Shadow Ball. Finally it landed, and this is gonna be a good game. So this next round is against Poketrainer Jeet, and looking at his team, Vigoroth is gonna be the Pokemon which is gonna be the most favorable matchups. So I led with Vigoroth, and we faced an Articuno in the lead. So we have to win this switch advantage here in order to avoid that Mantine with our Alolan Marowak. So my attacks are debuffed, so this Body Slam won't do that much damage. And here I committed 1 shield. As I said, I have to win this switch advantage so that my Marowak can avoid that Mantine. And I'm going for this Body Slam. It will take them out for sure. but they committed one more shield, and so it was just very close. I couldn't counter them down, and now my Marowak is gonna get a jump start on energy, but they have Mantine, as I said. Now this Mantine is aligned with my Marowak, and this is bad. This is just bad because this Shadow Ball, okay, it will do a decent amount of damage, but I could not swap because it was a CMP. So now I have to shield this, and then I swapped. Okay, here you see I faced a huge lag, and then I swapped into my Mantine, and I think I caught a Bubble Beam. It was a Bubble Beam, and in the back they have a Ferrothorn. So Thunder is gonna be double super effective on Mantine. So first I debuffed their attack so that Thunder does not one-shot us. And here I made a mistake. You will see that they are going for this Thunder. It will barely not be enough to take me out because their attacks are debuffed. And here you see I could get to the Ice Beam, but I tapped on the Bubble Beam. I panicked and I tapped on the Bubble Beam, so it was a huge mistake. And my Switch Clock is up. I swapped into my Marowak, and they are throwing a charge move. So their attacks are double debuffed, so it won't do that much damage, but and this Shadow Ball will be enough to knock this Mantine out, but then that Ferrothorn has a lot of loaded energy. So when I look back at this match, what I could do is I could throw the Ice Beam, but I panicked and I threw the Bubble Beam, and that was the mistake. So this is the second match, and in the match we have a Mantine mirror match. So this is one of the most boring matchup in Sunrise Cup. So I like to bait first with Bubble Beam just to debuff their attack, but my Mantine is a rank 1 Mantine, so I will lose all the CMP ties, and they straight went for Ice Beam. This is actually the correct way to play. I'm going for this Bubble Beam now, and they shielded. It was very strange. I don't know why they shielded. And now I will straight go for Ice Beam. I could get to the Ice Beam before they debuffed me. And they got a bubble through. This kind of lags may cause you a match. So this is very unfortunate, especially in this kind of mirror matches where you get to the charge move at the same time. And here I was thinking that it was too early for an Ice Beam, so it must be a Bubble Beam, and it was a Bubble Beam. So I will get to the next Ice Beam. My attacks are double debuffed now, but still it does a decent amount of damage. They are going for another Bubble Beam. They cannot really bubble me down. Okay, this is an Ice Beam, so this is another mistake. Bubble Beam was enough for that range, and I could counter them down. And in the back, it's their own Alolan Marowak. So I will straight go for the Bulldoze, and then I will swap into my own Alolan Marowak. But they are ahead on energy, but I have one extra shield, so I have to commit my shield here. And I got a free fire spin through, which is very good for us because they were so much ahead on energy. And now you see we have two back-to-back Bone Clubs, so even if they shield, we will go for the another one right away, but they didn't shield that. In the back it's a Ferrothorn, so it's already game over for them. I'm waiting here just to ensure that I can land the Shadow Ball. And my Switch Clock was up, and it was a mistake. Don't think that I'm going for Bone Club. I just by mistake tapped on the Bone Club. I could go for the Shadow Ball, and then I swapped into my Vigoroth. Thunder or Power Whip, whatever it is, it won't be enough to take us out. It was a Power Whip, and they have back-to-back, so Alolan Marowak has to finish the game for us. 2 fire spins I think will be enough to take this thing out. Good games. And this is the third match, and again we have Stunfisk versus Articuno. This is a favorable lead for us because Icy Wind hits for only neutral, whereas Rock Slide hits for double super effective, and they did not shield that for some reason. I don't know why. And here I swapped into my own Alolan Marowak, and it was too early to be a Bulldoze I think. But oh, okay, it was a Bulldoze. And always remember, in this Marowak versus Vigoroth match, straight go for Bone Clubs because Shadow Balls are resisted. You may think that Shadow Ball is the harder hitting move, and also gets these stabs, so you should go for Shadow Ball, but no, Shadow Ball is resisted, you should go for Bone Clubs. And here I was thinking that okay, I think I can let this go, and it was just a body slam, so it won't be enough. I get to this next Bone Club because Alolan Marowak heavily resists normal type moves and also counters, so I bring my own Vigoroth, but they have loaded energy, so I should have brought my Stunfisk to absorb this body slam, and then I countered them down, and they have okay, they brought that Articuno back. This is gonna be the Icy Wind. I have 2 shields, I will commit 1 here. I'll counter them down, and then I will swap into my Stunfisk to clear my debuff. It's a Mantine in the back, so game is not over for them. They have to shield the first Rock Slide. They played it correctly, and they have to first bait me with Bubble Beam. Actually, you can straight go for Bubble Beam, you don't even need to go for Ice Beam. So this Rock Slide will do a decent amount even after the debuff. They have to bubble me down before I get to this Rock Slide, but they could not. I get to this Rock Slide and it will seal the deal because I have a Body Slam loaded on my Vigoroth. And okay, they win the CMP, but that doesn't really matter. I will just shield once, and I think this Body Slam will be enough to take them out. Okay, just one more counter. Good games. So this is the 3rd round, and in this round my opponent is Mark. I know this player because I played a tournament where he himself was the admin. So looking at their team, again Vigoroth is gonna be kind of a safe swap, but I led with Vigoroth just to ensure that I don't lose the lead. And in the back I have Mantine and Alolan Marowak. So their Galarian Stunfisk is gonna be a real problem to deal with. So I have 2 counters for Galarian Stunfisk. First is gonna be this Vigoroth, and second is gonna be my Mantine. So I'm sure that they did not think that I'm gonna get to this Body Slam, so that's why they were over farming. It's gonna be a CMP, and all that energy they had was wasted. So now I will bring my Mantine and I will bubble them down. And they brought Galarian Stunfisk in front of my Mantine. So I was very surprised that why would you bring Galarian Stunfisk in front of Mantine, because Galarian Stunfisk loses in 1 shield and 2 shield. So I'm going for this Bubble Beam just to debuff their attack. And now they have back-to-back Rock Slide ready. But I think I'm not gonna shield this. Yes, I did not shield this. I will keep both of my shield for my Alolan Marowak. There's gonna be another Rock Slide. And here I was a bit confused. I could go for Ice Beam, I could go for Bubble Beam, but I went for Bubble Beam because I thought that they had 2 shields and maybe they're gonna commit 1 shield, but they did not. So I will let my Mantine go. I will Fire Spin down this Galarian Stunfisk. And they did not get to another charge move, which is very okay. And this is the match. Okay, how many of you have seen a person screwing up completely winning match? So theoretically it is a completely winning match for me. I have 2 shields, they have 2 shields, I had a lot of energy loaded, but at this point I was so overconfident. I was like, okay, no one can beat me from this position. I have a lot of energy, I have both shields, I can win this match in like anyhow. But look at this, they baited me with Body Slam, and now they again baited me with Body Slam, and now I'm going for this Bone Club. It will get their last shield, but 1 Bone Club will not be enough to take them out from this range. I'm going for this Bone Club, but I could not get to that, and it's gonna be a bulldoze to my face. Yep. So that was not just a bulldoze to my Marowak, that was a tight slap to my face saying that do not be overconfident until you completely win a match. So lesson learned, You won't believe I was actually feeding my pet while playing that match. I was thinking that okay, I won this. There's no way he can win this. So yeah. So in this second match we have Galarian Stunfisk against Mantine. And looking at his playing style, I always have observed that he likes to keep both of his shield for his third Pokemon. He does not commit any shield for his opening Pokemon. You can see his first match and also in the second match, he did not commit any shield for his opening Pokemon, and he is keeping both of his shields for his last Pokemon, and mostly that is a Vigoroth. So I realized that pretty late, and so here I have a lot of loaded energy. And they brought Skarmory, so I'm straight going for this Ice Beam, and I won't let them farm me down. I will throw this and then I will swap into something else. I swapped into my own Skarmory, and look at this, they have Vigoroth. Just as I said that they like to keep both of their shields for their last Pokemon, and mostly that last Pokemon ends up being Vigoroth. So they shielded here, and I don't need to shield this because I have a Alolan Marowak, and my Alolan Marowak can sweep this team with a shield. So Skarmory will either get both of his shields from this Vigoroth, or it will take this Vigoroth out. I lagged again, but thankfully I get to the next Sky Attack. And it was a dumb play by my side. I completely let them farm me down. And look at this swap. I brought my Mantine, I forced them to throw some energy, and I swapped into my Marowak to catch this Body Slam. It was huge. It was the thing which decides this match. And now I don't need to shield this Sky Attack. I'll straight go for this Shadow Ball. Their Vigoroth is so low that it can go down by just one Bone Club. Okay, not one Bone Club maybe. I'm not shielding this, I don't know why. Okay, I recognize that I'm gonna get to the next Bone Club anyways. And then I have a little bit of loaded energy on my Mantine. I swapped into my Mantine, I get to this Bubble Beam and it will take them out. So that swap into that Alolan Marowak, that was huge actually. So this is the last match and this is the deciding match. We have 1 point each and we started with a negative lead. So I immediately swapped into my own Mantine and they swapped into Vigoroth, but as they were so late to swap, now I will first debuff them by my Bubble Beam, and so that I don't need to shield any of their charge moves. And now I will go for the Ice Beam, but I lagged a little bit and they get to another Body Slam before me. This Ice Beam will not knock them out, it will almost do like 40% or 35%. And now I can commit one shield and I can completely bubble them down. I will have a lot of energy to throw on their next Pokemon. So I bubbled them down, I have a lot of energy and they brought their own Mantine. So first I will debuff them with my Bubble Beam and then I will go for my Ice Beam. Let's see, do they want to shield this or not? They did not shield, and I get to another Bubble Beam. It is huge. So with my Mantine, I did not only win this pitch advantage, also their Mantine is below 40%. So my Mantine did a huge amount of job here, and now my Marowak can just take out their entire team. But this Mantine have a lot of energy stored. It's gonna be first Bubble Beam and I think it's gonna be an Ice Beam. Oh, it's another Bubble Beam. So I get to this Body Slam. As my attacks are double debuffed, so this Body Slam won't be enough to take them out. And I think this is gonna be another Bubble Beam. Yes, another Bubble Beam. And they swapped into their Galarian Stunfisk. So remember I said that this person likes to keep both of his shield for his last Pokemon. In the first two matches that last Pokemon was Vigoroth, and in this match the last Pokemon is Galarian Stunfisk. So this is his playing style, and And I don't know why they didn't shield that bone club. Maybe they thought that I'm gonna bait them with bone club and then I'm gonna go for the shadow ball, but I don't need to. My fast moves will do enough damage to take them out. All I have to do is just shield one rock slide, and I think I can counter them down. Okay, the switch clock, the match timer is up, and so I'm going for this body slam. I just have to waste that 10 seconds and I will win this. This is the 4th round and my opponent is one of the admins, and whenever I play against one of the admins I'm very scared, not because they will beat me, because of some other reason. We will come to that later. And here my Vigoroth is up against their Shadow Articuno. So we have seen this match, but that was a normal Articuno and this is the Shadow variant. So my Vigoroth cannot withstand with the power of this Shadow Articuno, so they will win the lead easily. And now I will bring my Manta and I will bubble them down. I know I'm gonna get hit by an Icy Wind. I won't shield this. I will keep both of my shields for my Galarian Stunfisk. I bubbled them down, and in the back it's their own Mantine. So I'll straight go for Ice Beam. They are not gonna shield this because my attacks are debuffed. And it was a CMP, so I could not switch. And I think it's a Bubble Beam. It was too early for an Ice Beam. And now I'm gonna swap into my Stunfisk, and they have an Alolan Marowak in the back. So I missed a lot of bubbles. My phone was lagging for some reason, I don't know why. So you can see how less damage this Rock Slide did. So here I should overfarmed. Yes, I did overfarm, and now I'm throwing this Rock Slide. This will either get the last shield or take them out. They completely sacked their Alolan Marowak and they brought their Mantine. I get to this Rock Slide before they debuffed me, so they have to commit their shield here. And then I perfectly swapped on the charge move into the Mantine, and this is gonna be just a Bubble Beam, so all of that energy was wasted. And I think I can get to, okay, I'm going for Bubble Beam. I could definitely get to Ice Beam. So now if they go for Bubble Beam, I will get to another charge move, but they went for Ice Beam, and now they don't have that much energy, but they get to this Bubble Beam before I throw the Rock Slide. And one Rock Slide will not be enough. I have to hit one more. And here I was just hoping that please don't be an Ice Beam, please don't be an Ice Beam. So because I can take one Bubble Beam, and it was a Bubble Beam, so this Rock Slide will take them out. Very close game. So this is the second match, and in this match we have Ferrothorn against a Vigoroth, so a very negative lead. And here I tried to catch a Body Slam on my Skarmory, but I failed. Now they have a lot of loaded energy, and now they are going for this Body Slam. And they are staying in this match, so it proves that either they have something very weak to Skarmory, or maybe they have something else which can also tackle my Ferrothorn. Maybe the Alolan Marowak. So I don't need to shield this. I think I'm gonna get to the next Sky Attack. I get to this next Sky Attack. I don't think they're gonna invest both of his shields. Yeah, and I win back this pitch advantage, and it was huge. Because now I can align my Ferrothorn against their Mantine, and I have a Thunder, almost a Thunder loaded. Oh, they have a Alolan Marowak, so that's why they didn't swap, because they had something which can tackle my Ferrothorn. And all I have to do is straight go for Bulldoze. Doesn't matter the shield or not, I will straight go for Bulldoze. I don't know why I'm not shielding these bone clubs, because slowly they're adding up. So I get to this Bulldoze. I think they're gonna shield this. Yes, they did. Now I have to shield this. and I'm expecting an immediate swap into Mantine, and they swapped and I swapped back into my Ferrothorn, and you can see I was having a call, so you can imagine how much I was lagging there. This Thunder does a huge amount of damage. I don't need to shield this even if it is an Ice Beam. It's just a Bubble Beam. Ice Beam won't take us out from this range, but it was another Bubble Beam, so they could definitely go for an Ice Beam. And now I have a lot of loaded energy, and I will go for this Thunder. My switch clock is almost up. I swapped into my Vigo, and I get to this Bulldoze, and it will take them out. So this is the last match against him, and we have a Mantine mirror match. So as I said, I like to bait first with my Bubble Beam, and I don't know how I win the CMP because my Mantine is okay. It was not a CMP. My Mantine should not win any CMP. It is a rank 1 Mantine, and they are straight going for Ice Beam. Now I am going for the Ice Beam. My attacks are not debuffed, so I will do more damage than them. And okay, I got a shield there. I didn't expect a shield. They're straight going for Ice Beams. I get to this Ice Beam, and I don't think they're gonna shield this. It's just a Bubble Beam, and I will get to another okay, they're throwing another charge move. Maybe it's another Bubble Beam. Yes, it's just another Bubble Beam. And here I think it was a mistake throwing this energy, because my attacks are double debuff, they're not gonna shield. So it was definitely a mistake by me. I should have immediately swapped into my Vigoroth. And here I have to overfarm a lot of energy, because I have a shield advantage, so I can commit one shield, which I will commit here. Then I will store up to 100 energy, and then I will throw a Body Slam. Okay, they got to another charge move, which is very unfortunate. I have to shield this Power Whip, and then they have a Roller Marowak. Here I am baiting with my Body Slam, and here you will see something very awkward. I tried to swap, but it accidentally clicked on the Body Slam. Not accidentally, actually, it was some game issue, in-game issue, because it happens in Go Battle League also, and trust me, no admin will give you any rematch for this. And look at this swap. I tried my best to swap into Mantine. All of that energy of that Shadow Ball was wasted, so I tried my best. If that particular lag or something, whatever that is, that would not happen, then I could easily win this match. And this is what I was saying, no one is gonna give you rematch, especially if it is an admin. And I'm gonna get to this Thunder, but it won't be enough damage to take this Alolan Marowak out, so they win by timeout. So this is gonna be the last round. I know what you guys may think, that I said that this is gonna be a 6-round tournament. It is just the 5th round. So what happened to the other round? Well, in one of those rounds I had an admin as an opponent. So when I saw that I was up against him, I just texted him that we are matched up, when do you wanna play? He didn't respond. He responded after a long time, and he said that he is not gonna be free that day. He will play the next day. I said that okay, completely fine. I gave him 22.5 hours. Can you believe? 22.5 hours. I said that I'm gonna be free, but he didn't respond. Just after the 22.5 hour passed, he texted me and he said that okay, I will battle now. I'm free. I mean, I just gave him 22.5 hours in a 24 hours round. Was it not enough? And then I said that I'm not gonna be free, and obviously I'm not free, because you see, we don't play games all the time, we have other things to do, right? So I was not free at that particular time, and I was forced to forfeit that round. just because he himself was an admin, I had no one to complain. And I also requested that he should extend this round just a little bit so that I can play, but obviously why would he? I was leading the tournament, I was at the top, I was completely unbeaten till then. Why would he extend the round? So he did not, and I lost that, and that is the only loss what I faced. That is actually not a loss, right? That is a forfeit, a forced forfeit. So anyways, let's move on, and it is the last round. And here we have a Alolan Marowak against this Skarmory, and he did not shield the Shadow Ball, and then he just gave up. He knew that he made a mistake, and he stopped attacking. When I asked that why did you stop attacking, he said that it was already game over. So this is the second match of this last set, and in this match we have a Skarmory mirror match. So I don't like to throw the charge move first. I like to see what they throw at me, and then only I throw my charge move. So you can see I'm building up to a lot of energy, and I got an extra air slash there. This is why I don't throw the charge move first, and they're throwing a sky attack. Now I will go for my own sky attack. And now I'm gonna go for this Brave Bird, and then I think I'm gonna swap into something else to clear my debuff. So I swapped into my Mantine, and they swapped into a Abomasnow. So I'm straight going for Ice Beam, there's no point in baiting. And I think now I'm gonna go for the Bubble Beam. They're going for Weather Ball. Here I could definitely go for Ice Beam, but I thought they're gonna shield this, so I went for this Bubble Beam, and they did not shield. So this next Weather Ball I think will be enough to take me out. Okay, not enough. I get to another Bubble Beam, but it was a CMP, and they get to the Weather Ball first. Now I'm gonna bring my Skarmory, and I'm gonna completely farm them down. I think I'm gonna shield this. Okay, I'm not shielding this, I don't know why. And now they have their Skarmory with loaded energy. Okay, I'm not shielding this either. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, I'm completely relying on my own Vigoroth. I farmed them down, I have a Body Slam loaded, and they have a Mantine in the back. So this is a match where I completely screwed up. I'm going for this Body Slam, they're gonna shield this, and then I have back to back. I'm going for this another Body Slam, and they're gonna shield this. Okay, they did not shield this. Now they're throwing the charge move, and I have two shields, so I'm committing one of them, and they baited me with Bubble Beam. So now I'm gonna throw a Body Slam. And then I tried to catch a charge move on my Skarmory, but I could not, and at least I cleared my debuff, and now I'm going for this Body Slam. And now you see they're throwing a charge move, and I did not shield because I thought they're gonna bait me with Bubble Beam, but it was an Ice Beam, so huge misplay by my side. So this is the last match of this set, and we are 1 point each, and we have Skarmory against Vigoroth. So this is kind of a neutral matchup. The counter damage really adds up. In one shield I think Vigo can win this match, and I'm overfarming, and I got an extra air slash. Now I think I'm gonna throw a sky attack. I hope to get a shield here. I got a shield, and I have to get to this last sky attack, but they get to the Body Slam. I'm not gonna shield this. I think I will survive this with just 1 HP, and now I'm going for the sky attack. It did not take them out, so I thought it would be enough to take them out. I had to bring my own Vigo, and I countered them down, and they have a Mantine in the back, so I'm going for this Body Slam. And then I tried to catch a charge move, but it didn't happen, and they are farming a lot of energy, and then they swapped into something else. I think they tried to catch a thunder on their Galarian Stunfisk, but it was not a thunder, it was a power whip. And now I have another power whip. So actually they should straight go for Earthquake in this position. Although I have 2 shields, I think I'm gonna commit 1 here, and it was just a Rock Slide, so they baited me. And they get to another charge move, but it was too quick, so it was not an Earthquake. Definitely it was not an Earthquake. And little bit of lag, and then I swapped into my Vigoroth to catch this Rock Slide. I want to keep my Ferrothorn healthy, and then I counter. Okay, they did not allow me to counter them down, and I have this Body Slam loaded, and it was a CMP, so they are throwing their charge move. I think this is gonna be just a Bubble Beam. Yeah, just a Bubble Beam. They wanna farm me all the way down. And this is their actually, okay, they are throwing another charge move. This is a mistake. He could definitely farm me down. And now I have 2 thunders. I'm throwing this power whip just to ensure that I have some residual energy to throw on that Stunfisk. I get to another power whip, and this will be enough to take them out. The Stunfisk is so low, I don't need to throw any charge move, I think, and yeah, I win this. So that's all for today, and let me know in the comment section, do you like this kind of tournament journeys? If you do, I'll also post my next Weighted Cup tournament on the November, and my next video will be on Halloween Cup. Till then, stay safe, give it a big thumbs up if you like this, share with your friends, and subscribe if you're new. Thank you.